Right-hander with the good curveball, Landon Knack. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's not a rookie, but still very young in this game, learning his craft. I think the key is getting consistent reps and the opportunity to develop his stuff. Looking forward to watching him pitch in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Now it's the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. That smash towards center. Reaching for it and brings it in. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Kyle Farmer, the next to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Farmer, 34-year-old vet, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2013. And the pitch.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Well done behind the dish.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Martini, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2. Up the middle. And it finds its way through for a hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. And it's 1-0. Here's Michael Tolia. And first offering is fouled off.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
2 outs.
That's outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Edman in position. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Today's starter for Colorado, Antonio Senzatella.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. Up the middle, Tovar. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Mookie Betts. Swing and a ball popped up. Makes the grab, 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Good. The OBP department. On the ground right side. Over to first. And Freeman is retired. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail here 1-0. Back here in L.A., new inning getting started. Leading off, Mickey Moniak. And there's a foul ball. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field. Conforto sizes this one up, and there's one away. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Hunter Goodman, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Muncy puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
And first offering is fouled off. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Rockies are down quietly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And we're back. Bottom of the inning, and up to the plate is Will Smith. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. And fouled off. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next pitch misses. Ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. On the ground to second, might be two. There's one.
He's out.
Throw to first, but he beat it. Here's Max Muncy. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. McMahon makes the play, and that will end the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Rockies 1 and the Dodgers nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Adael Amador, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Right through there for a strike. That's a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, he left that changeup off. Got away with one there, and he'll take it. But
that's out to center field. Hauls it in for the out. One away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ezekiel Tovar. 0 for 1 so far. Ball one there. One out, bases empty. It's in and out of his glove. Still fires to first, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. 2 outs, bases empty. Next to hit for the Rockies, Nick Martini. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Finds its way through, base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Kyle Farmer digging in for the Rockies. And a strike on the outside edge.
0-1.
Martini leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one the other way, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So 1 left for Colorado, but they're on top 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, versatile player, can play all over the infield and the outfield. Senzatella back to work. Liner to second, and picked on the hop. Sends it to Tolia. 1 up, 1 down.
Designated hitter, Chris Taylor.
Here comes Chris Taylor. And that is out of play. Down the line, it's a base hit.
anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. And a foul ball. On the ground left side. 6, 4, out 3, but he beats it. Good hustle, and the inning continues.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Betts. He popped out his first time. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Turns and fires to Betts. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And that is that. So one hit is all they get. On to inning number 4. It's the Rockies 1 and the Dodgers 0. On to the 4th. So in now for Colorado, Ryan McMahon. Popped in the air, left field. He's got it, and there's one away. Michael Toglia now at the plate. Fly to center his first time. Toglia goes 6 feet 5 inches, 225 pounds. A former first-round pick back in 2019. That's way outside, and the count even 1-1. And there's a ball.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got a double.
He was all over that one. He really let that ball travel on the outside part of the plate, but that's a great example that you can still drive the baseball that's away. Rip that one down the line for the double.
Next for Colorado, Mickey Moniak. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Toglia over at second, 1 down. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Foul ball still 0-2. In the air, left field, down the line. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. 1 out and a runner at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Stays alive. Man at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Ripped to short. Off the bag, and he's safe.
Up next for Colorado, catcher Hunter Goodman.
First and second, 1 out. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's one. He's out. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Zach Veen digging in for the Rockies. He was a strikeout victim his first time. There's a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Zips it to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. 2 left on. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Rockies 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Freddie Freeman. Late on that fastball.
Very humble guy, and on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boogies.
That one ripped. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. And now the tying run is into scoring position. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Will Smith. And he's already singled in this game. And that one fouled off. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Throw is offline, and he scores. We're tied at 1.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Michael Conforto will climb in. On the ground. Down the line, and it's foul. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a pop-up. McMahon under it. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Tommy Edman at the plate. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. First time up was a pop out. There's a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings through that.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Two on, 1 out. Got him swinging.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. It's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Here's Kike Hernandez. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. On the ground, right side. Amador throws to first in time. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. All even now at 1-1. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's going to be Adael Amador.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
All these Rockies, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
High fly ball, right field. Ohtani gets under it, and there's one down.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
So the batting order turns over, and the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
No, inside.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the fifth. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. One down, base is empty. Swing and a base hit.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
So up next, Nick Martini. He's 2 for 2. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Man at first, one away. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy makes the grab for the second out.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Now it's the DH, Kyle Farmer. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch. And he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
That's a ball.
Squirts away a little bit.
1-1.
Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. And 2 down. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And the count 1-2. Inside, almost got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. Chris Taylor now. Yeah, that's fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Here's a 1-1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So now back to the top of the order.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Bean under it. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
In the air, right field. And that should be extra bases.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. 1 for 2. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Here comes Taylor to score. It's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And up next for Los Angeles, Will Smith. Spikes that one. It goes to the backstop. Nothing happening as the count evens at 1. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And it gets by him. 1 runs in.
Well done, drives in the run. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Here's Bud Black towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change here. Antonio Senzatella out of the game, just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. New arm out of the bullpen, Scott Alexander. This southpaw has been really good against left-handed hitters. And here is Michael Conforto. That one fouled off. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that will drop foul. Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Freeman on second. Smith at first. 1 gone. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet,
Out.
there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. Fought off foul. just off the inside edge. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Feltner up and throwing. Halverson getting loose as well. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, out to short. They get the force. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Rockies 1. Back here in L.A., now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Edman pulls it down, and there's 1 away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And here's the first baseman, Michael Toglia.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back. That one just misses.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 1 down, base is empty. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Mickey Moniak. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ground ball right side. Freeman. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Rockies 1. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. Alexander back to work. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Oh, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Swings and he pops it up near the pitcher's mound. Amador. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Chris Taylor.
2 down, base is empty. Here comes Chris Taylor. Out to short. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Top of inning number 7. Here's the catcher, Hunter Goodman. And that's in for a strike.
Pretty amazing, his first pitch strike percentage, over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's 3-2.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
In the box now. Take strike 1.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Shortened the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So in now for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. 1 for 3. And fouled off.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the 0-2. Line to left. And there's a hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Line drive and foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have it.
Swings and lines one towards the gap. Could be extra bases. 1 runs in. And that holds the go-ahead run at third.
Big RBI for him right there. Put a
And the Dodgers will. Now a chance for Kyle Farmer. And he hits a ground ball right side. And it gets by him. 1 runs in.
Waste no time there. Punch that ball down the opposite field line. Just barely able to keep it fair, but once it dropped in, he was off and racing for the triple.
And a foul ball. Farmer stands at third with one gone in the inning. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Next for Colorado, Michael Toglia. That one fouled hard the other way. That one drilled left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. In comes the runner from third, and they take a 3-run lead. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
That's ripped. Base hit. Toglia rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Runner at third, 2 away. Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So in the end, 10 come to the plate, 6 of them come around to score. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Rockies 7 and the Dodgers 3.
Now pitching for.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Feltner.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Moniak racing over to make the catch.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Mookie digs in here. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Jake Bird getting ready to come on for Bud Black. That's chasing that time. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. The Rockies leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. That to right. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Here is Freddie Freeman. Foul ball. Feltner, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
0-2.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Deficit remains at 4. It's 7-3.
Leading off.
We go to the 8th. So in now for Colorado, Zach Veen. There's the strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. And a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, Adael Amador.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Adael Amador. Check swing, and he went. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle, and that one handled. Throw off line, he's safe, and a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Now here is Nick Martini, and a base hit, and now 2 aboard. Here's Colorado's DH, Kyle Farmer. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 2 left for Colorado, but they still lead at 7-3. Bottom of the 8th, and here's the catcher, Will Smith. The Dodgers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Swing and a ground ball. Amador. Now a jump throw. Nicely done for the out. Michael Conforto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. Chop back up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Pretty nice play there. And now the center fielder, Tommy Edman. And first offering is fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
2 out, space is empty. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Here's Muncy to hit. In the dirt. Oh, 1 now. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Moniak back onto the track and makes the catch. And the inning is over. So the Dodgers leave 1. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Back here at Dodger Stadium, all set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the went with the sweeper, but it misses. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
1-1.
Check swing, called strike. Fly ball down the line. Conforto has this one sized up. Makes the grab, one down. So digging in, Michael Toglia. That's in for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. Next to hit, Mickey Moniak. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. That's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Right side, hard hit. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
Moniak stands at second with 2 gone. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a couple more. It's 9-3.
No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. But the Rocks bring in 2 on this big fly. It's now 9-3. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Here comes Chris Taylor. On the ground, right side, Amador. 2 up, 2 down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
So it's their last chance in this one. And next for L.A., Shohei Ohtani. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Do you remember when Tim Kirkchin ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kids' size. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits? Like ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Rockies take this one in a blowout.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
9-3 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.